Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, tonight we're going to talk about what Senator Graham said. And basically what he said was the impeachment was dead on arrival if they don't name the whistleblower. So he's trying to bully them into doing that. Now, what he actually said here was, I consider any impeachment in the House that doesn't allow us to know who the whistleblower is to be invalid, because without the whistleblower complaint, we wouldn't be talking about any of this. Okay. Now, first, I would say that this is somebody who hasn't read the Constitution. However, this is a senator. He's read it, or he should have. The House has sole power over impeachment. You, senator, get to conduct a trial, and if the House impeaches, you are duty-bound to conduct a trial. It's not dead on arrival. That would be a violation of your oath. I mean, when you really think about it, you're trying to bully. When you really think about it, you're telling a group, hey, if you don't do this favor for me, I won't do what I've promised. Kind of sounds like what the president's getting impeached for, doesn't it? There's no due process violation in any of this. Now, if he wants to stick to this line of reasoning, I will be eagerly awaiting his legislation that he will have to introduce that bans Crime Stoppers, the organization that has resulted in, 500,000 arrests and the recovery of $4 billion worth of stolen property. I'm sure that same legislation will also ban the federal government from operating all of its anonymous tip lines, as well as state and local agencies. Because, you can't have due process. It can't be fair if the initial complaint came from somebody who was anonymous. It's not how this works. If the evidence can be confirmed through other means, such as all the testimony that is now on record, you don't need the whistleblower. And you know this. Whistleblowers and people who like to remain anonymous do so because they don't want to be smeared by an attorney or some politician who has put his party over his country. And that's the reason you want the name. Because you want to make it about that person rather than the president's actions. You want to attack the process because you can no longer defend what the president did. At this point, it certainly appears that Senator Graham is willing to undermine the Constitution and the rule of law to protect somebody he knows is guilty. That's what it seems like. And if he'll do that, how can we trust the Senate at all to do anything? It certainly appears that the corruption that exists in the Trump administration has now filtered in to the Senate through the GOP, because they're engaging in the same type of behavior and they're attempting to allow this act to go unanswered, simply because it will hurt their re-election chances. Senator, I don't know about everybody, but failing to uphold your oath and your duty and attempting to undermine the Constitution through some rhetoric that we all see through, that's going to hurt your re-election chances a whole lot more than simply saying, yeah, Trump broke the law. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.